Hello my friends, welcome back to my 4-star school YouTube channel, and in this video I will continue talking about the navigation in the Flutter, which is the name route. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification so you won't miss out the latest Flutter tutorial. Okay, without further ado, let's get started. Here we just use the code we wrote for the last lesson. And don't worry, I will give you a brief recap. In here I declare two pages. So the first page is this green background page with a button called first page. And then we have our second page, which is the yellow background, and also have a button called second page. So we can click this first page, you will navigate to our second page. And here I would like to remove those customized transaction we have done for last lesson. And so I just use a default material route. Okay, so I will delete this one, and I just using a default material page route here, and I will return the second page. Okay, so let's save. We go back to our first page, and when I click it, and we will be navigate to our second page with this fade transaction from bottom to top, right? Also, I just uncomment this app bar so we can go back to our previous page. And here you saw our app bar come up, and we can click the go back button, and we'll be navigate back to our first page. Okay, that's just for a quick recap. Let's back to today's agenda. So in today's lesson, we will talking the name route. So what is name route? Name route just you give your route a name, and when you navigate to that name, it will refer to a specific route you have already defined. And that's back to Visual Studio Code, and here I will give you some example so you can get more understanding. Okay, back to Visual Studio Code, and inside this material app we have a route attribute, so we can pass this map, and we can give our page a name, right? And also we need to pass this context and return my first page, and I also give my another page a name called second. So also when you move your mouse to this route, you see, and here it accept a map. So map, the key was string, and the value would be this a function, and the function will return a widget. And inside this function, it took a parameter, which is this view context. So which is we passed here, and we will return a widget, which is this second page, right? Second page. So I save. So next, we're not going to use this push the method, but instead we use this push name method. Okay, so by push name, we will give it our route name, right? So here I will give it the route name will be second / second. Okay, and we don't need to specify it is this one here, so we can just delete. So we save, and let's try. So when I click this button, it should be navigate to our second page. So when I click this first page, yeah, it's still underneath will be used this material page route, and it's the same effect like a material page route. See, we'll have this pop up from bottom to top. I know some of you may wonder how can we define our custom transaction when we're using this name route. Okay, so when you move your mouse in this material app, you will find an attribute called this on generate route. So you could implement this function. By default, this on general route will take a function, and the function parameter you need to pass is this route settings. So in here we just pass these settings, and we could decide if the setting is the second page. We will render this page by our own, and we implement this page route builder, and we use this fade transition. And you may notice if you define the route in this way, you actually need to uncomment this one, because in here if you define inside these routes, by default you will using material page route. So if you define your own page route, so you need to comment out this second page. So when I save, so let's see, when I click this first page button, it will actually navigate me to the second page, right? Remember? So I'll click it. As you can see here, when I click this first page button, it will navigate me to the second page, and also with our custom defined fade transition. Okay, back to agenda. So next I'm going to talk how you can pass your argument inside this name route. So there is two ways. First way, you can use this on generate route, and the second way is you using this model route. So first we're going to talk this. So back to Visual Studio Code, and here I will quick change my second page a little bit, and I will define a string title. I will define a title, and this title should be passed from our argument. So I'm using this title. It's required to pass, and I save. So I move up. In this second page, we need to pass the title attribute, right? Remember, we have defined it is title and it's a required. So we're going to use our argument and pass it into this second page constructor. So how we can get our argument? We will actually access these settings, and we can access this argument attribute, and we will get this argument and we call it name args, right? And we'll pass this one into our second page constructor. And also move down a little bit, and here with our push name method, when you move your mouse, you'll see they actually they have a name parameter is these arguments. So we could pass something called, so this is second args, right? Also we could replace this text with our title here, so which is our argument we passed from here. So we save. Okay, so let's see. So when I click this first page, I will navigate to the second page with our argument, right? This is second arg. So when I click, you see our argument actually will access in this second page, and it display in our app bar title. Okay, that's our first approach. We can use it to display our argument. And back to agenda, and here I will give you the second approach, how you can extract your argument and display in your page, which is this model route. So unlike the first approach, we extract these argument inside our own generate route method. So in our second approach, we will extract these argument inside our own widget, which is our second page widget. Okay, let's back to Visual Studio Code, and here I just comment out these on generate route. Also, I will uncomment the second page this route. and then row. And also I will change the second page a little bit. I make it as a name parameter, and also I would like give it when you make a name parameter, you need to give it a default title. So I would like give it default second page, right? So I then inside this second page, we're going to extract our argument. So you see we're using this navigator push name, and we pass this argument, right? So this is second arg. So we want to extract this argument and display in our title, app bar title. So how can we do this? We're using this model route class, and first we need to get these arg by using model route dot of context, and we have a setting. We can access its settings, also this argument, right? And we need to make sure this is no now, and also right, and this is an object type, so we need to pass it here and make it a string type, because we know it will be a string, right? And we save. We will test it on our emulator. So we click this button. You see, this is our second arg. We also extra this argument. So we may change this to something else. Second arg, and we save. So back to our first page, and we navigate to the second page. You see, this is our second arg. So we did it. So back to today's agenda. So in this video, we learn how we can parse the argument using two ways. The first way is using this on generate route method, and the second way is on using this model route, right? If you want to use this model route, you make sure you're under this build method and inside your custom widget. And if you're using this on generate route, make sure you are inside this material app. Okay, that's all for today's lesson, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will keep uploading the Flutter tutorial. Okay, thanks for watching. See you in next video.